and maybe me and you can share some tater tots. Maybe a lucky strike afterwards. What do you say, Peggy?
It sounds like a scam to me.
Fester's aunt, or some say aunt. Fester's aunt is in her 80s.
Yes.
And Fester called me last night with, oh, my God, you're not going to believe what I just found out. Fester's aunt was almost scammed out of $50,000. And then, was it the bank that said this is like the fourth one this week?
Yeah, it was the bank that first alerted her, but she didn't even pick up on it then. She kept, this guy had her so convinced.
All right.
What's going on with all the scams?
All right.
No kidding.
Folks, listen to the details of this story. Don't let this happen to you. Don't let this happen to a relative. So you might want to have a conversation with an elderly mother, a father, or an aunt, an uncle, whatever, a grandparent. Have this conversation. All right, Fester, what happened?
All right. My 83-year-old and 82-year-old Aunt Peggy.
All right, is she 82 or 83?
I think she's having a birthday this.
All right.
She's like Betty White, having a birthday in January.
Okay.
Ooh, probably shouldn't say that.
Don't say that.
Yeah, that's right. So Aunt Peggy has a January birthday.
Right.
She'll be 83.
Yep.
She thinks there's a virus on her computer. So she types in Norton into the search.
Now, why does your aunt think there's a virus? Now, we're going to get her on the phone here in a moment. But why did she think there was a virus on the computer? Is that something I need to ask her?
You'd have to ask her.
Okay.
She looked for she had Norton on her PC, so she must have typed Norton into Google, and then a company pops up that she thought was Norton. And she tries to call them. Nobody answers.
I got to be honest. I'm impressed that your 83-year-old aunt knew about, like, Norton, one of the utilities, to try to do an antiviral thing.
So then she sends them an email. Hey, can somebody please call me and walk me through this, right?
But let me guess.
It wasn't Norton.
It wasn't Norton.
It wasn't. She gets this scammer. And then she gets an email back that she's been billed $499. If you'd like to dispute this, please call this number.
Did she give a credit card number out? Or that was just their initial phishing expedition?
That was their phishing expedition.
Gotcha.
And she touches base with them, gets the guy on the line, and the guy says, oh, no problem at all, ma'am. I'll need your credit card information to refund the $499.
So she gives out the credit card information when, in fact, she never even gave a credit card in the first place.
And then she believes he's from the security company. Hey, let me have access to your computer. Let me just make sure everything's fine.
Oh, no. So she allows him to do the desktop access.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Where someone can remote.
They take over.
Where they can remote into your computer.
He has control of the computer. So he puts a screen on her computer. He goes, ma'am, just enter the amount that you need to be refunded here. So she enters 499.00. Enter. Screen goes blank. Oh, ma'am, you hit $49,999. You didn't hit No, I didn't. I hit $499, ma'am. No, you, and she had her convinced that she requested a refund for $50,000 and it was approved.
Wow.
He goes into her bank account and transfers funds, and she has a reasonable amount of money in her bank account, which is another conversation I need to have with her. But he presented her Bank of America statement to her with a $50,000 increase. Look, man, look at your account. It's in your account right now.
So he was able to doctor a document to fool her?
To believe that his money was in her account. And he's like, oh, my God, man, I'm going to get fired.
Oh, so he had a fake document ready to show her on her computer.
She thinks he transferred the money from other accounts into her savings or her checking account to show her this faulty balance.
Well, was the money? The money wasn't there, though. Really, was it, or was it just a fake document on the computer?
She said she had that much in her.
I don't know.
So she goes to. Now you can pick up Aunt Peggy if you like.
It's Aunt Peggy.
Aunt Peggy.
Hey,
Yes,
Aunt.
I'm here.
Hello, Aunt Peggy. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on there because I think this is a serious problem that's going on, and a lot of people are being affected.
So he sends my aunt to the bank. He goes, look, I'm going to forward wiring instructions to you, and I want you to send it to this bank in Thailand.
Oh, my God.
Badcock Bank in Thailand.
Badcock Bank should have been your first
Bad,
warning.
that's a furniture store. Badcock's Furniture.
So he has control of the computer. He prints out the wiring instructions on her printer.
Oh, no.
Says, take
Yep.
this to your bank. So she goes to Bank of America, and then Bank of America said what? They said no, right?
Well, they said this is the third request we've had this week going to the same city in Thailand. We need to know more information. Did you tell your children? And I said, this was my mistake. I don't have to tell my children. No, you better tell your children. Tell us exactly who this money's going to. Who do you owe this money to?
Now, I got to be honest. I'm impressed that the bank, and you know what? Banks are known to do this because the banks, they're kind of at the front line of all these scams. And if they have an elderly customer and they can see there's a pattern, a lot of the bank tellers and employees, they're trained to try to intervene to make sure that customers don't get scammed.
Yeah.
So
That's exactly what he did. He said, go home, talk to your children. As soon as I got in the car, Daniel, my friend that was trying to scam me.
the scam artist's
called
name was
me.
Daniel.
Right? Oh, hold on. Oh, man, I just hung up on her.
Okay, so we'll get Aunt Peggy back on the line.
Yeah, get Aunt Peggy back on the line.
So Daniel calls her as soon as she gets back in the car. He goes, what happened? She goes, the bank wouldn't do it. Daniel says, okay, go to another branch and take out, because my aunt is convinced she has his money.
So they know all of these tricks.
My aunt goes to another Bank of America branch to withdraw funds.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
She asks for $50,000 in cash. Bank
Hold
of
on.
America says, I can't give you, we don't
Hold on.
carry that kind of
Thank
cash.
goodness.
Your aunt, so the scamster asked for 50 grand in cash?
Right. So my aunt says, if I can't have access to that money, how much can I get? The bank says, all we can give you is $5 grand in cash. So now 50 is 5. Okay. So she has old lady walking around with $5,000 in $100 bills.
Oh, my God. But didn't you tell me that also this guy had sent like a prepaid overnight envelope?
That's where this comes in. Okay, listen.
All right, now, Coop, what line is Aunt Peggy on? She's on 6. All right, I hung up on her accidentally.
Sorry, Aunt Peggy.
All right, sorry, Aunt Peggy. I hit the button accidentally. Go ahead.
That's okay. So what he did was he sent me, after I got the $5,000 and I came back and I said, they only gave me $5,000. He said, it's okay. We'll work this out. Don't worry about it. We'll take it out. Okay. So he said, do you know how to FedEx? And I said, I've never done it. No,
Hold on. You've never FedExed?
I've never FedExed anything. So he said to me, well, I'm going to show you a video. See if you'll be able to do it. So he sends me on the screen, he puts a YouTube video. So he's talking to me, the video's talking to me, and I said, listen, this is too many steps. I can't.
This is elaborate. They have every base covered
starting-
to rip off the old folks.
MJ has started on Monday morning, and it ended Wednesday night. That long he held my computer in his control.
All right, how did you finally get...
Okay,
so who was able to get the program off your computer so this guy didn't have access anymore?
Okay, so...
Would you call the Geek Squad at Best Buy?
No. Actually, my grandson... Okay, so let me tell you in the middle what happened. So he said to me, go take that $5,000, put it in a box. He created a FedEx account for me. They were charging $168
Right.
to ship this overnight. And I said, boy, that's a lot of money. And he said, don't worry, you'll take it out of what we owe you.
So
What you owe us.
This is
What you owe us.
crazy. Well, but the good news here is that you were able to thwart the scam.
Okay.
The bank knew it was a scam, but still, you have no idea.
I have no idea.
Right. Now, have you called the police? Have you called the feds? Have you
No, I called the bank. After I took the package to Walgreens so FedEx can pick it up.
she dropped off a package with $5 grand.
But with
At a Walgreens.
$5,000 in it.
Whoa, hold up. You actually put $5,000 in cash in a package and brought it to a FedEx drop at a Walgreens?
I did.
Then she gets
Then I
home.
came home.
Yeah.
And he said, as soon as I walked in, the phone was ringing, and there was Daniel on the phone. And he said, how did you do? I said, the package is there. He said, well, let's see when it's going to get picked up. And when he was trying to have it picked up right away, and they were going to pick it up 9:30. And he was going to get it at his place, in wherever he is. I was mailing it to Chicago.
All right, so the package was going to... So I thought it would have been a foreign address, or maybe they had a drop in Chicago.
First he told me he was calling me from Georgia, but then he told me to send it in his name to Chicago. He gave me a Chicago address.
All right, so let's cut to the chase here. So,
I came home.
Yep.
I came home, and after I told him that everything was okay, he said, "Oh, I'll be your best friend," and all this stuff. Okay, so I thought, could this be a scam? Did I just
hold on? Hold on a minute. You're just figuring out that this could be a scam at this point.
Well, let's just find out if it's a scam. Let me call the bank, see if they've heard of this thing. The money is in my checking account. How could it have possibly gotten there? So I called the bank, and the gentleman said, it's there because you never put it. They never gave it to you. And I said, but check my checking account. It's $50,000 more there than I had. And they said, let me check. And, here it is. They took it out of your savings account. They took all the money out of your savings account, put it in your checking account. And made you think that it came from their bank.
This is such an elaborate ruse.
I said to him,
all right, so wait a minute. Let's get to the end of the story here. And apparently we got some guy calling in that wants to speak with you, so hold on a minute. But... So how were you able to get to Walgreens to retrieve?
I hung up on the Bank of America gentleman, and I drove. I don't know how I did it. I was shaking like
a bat out of hell. You drove to Walgreens, where a lot of Walgreens, they have the
2
FedEx.
miles away.
Yeah, they've got the FedEx drops where you could drop a package for pickup at Walgreens, right?
Has the FedEx gentleman been here? And he said, no. I said, where do you keep the packages? He opens the cabinet, and there's my package.
Thank God.
I said, that's my package. I need it. It's a fraud. I have to have it back. In the meantime, he had given me two shipping labels. I gave him the shipping label, the second shipping label. I took my package, and I kissed it all the way home.
So she got her money. She had to show the Walgreens guy that she was the lady on the
shipping.
package.
Oh my God!
And I had to show him my license.
And you had $5,000 in cash in that FedEx envelope that was going to the scamster at some address in Chicago.
Absolutely.
Oh my God! Aunt Peggy. Peggy.
Jeez.
That is a hell of a story. It's an elaborate scam. We just need all of our listeners to be aware for themselves, for their grandparents, for their elderly parents.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, Peggy, do you mind? I've got a guy on hold named Don Stanley that wants to talk to you. Do you mind?
Sure. I don't mind at all.
All right, hold on. I'm going to conference call Don Stanley in now. Hi, Don, you're on with Aunt Peggy, Fester's aunt. Hi.
Are you there? Hang on a second.
Yes, I am. Good morning.
Hello. Let me turn down my radio. Sorry, I'm listening to a little Guy Lombardo's Sweet Georgia Brown. How about that, Peggy? Hang on, let me take that off. Hi, Peggy. I'm so sorry to hear about your story.
Well, it turned out happy, so you have to be happy for me.
Well, I am happy for you, and I have an idea, and I don't know if you're a taken woman, but I must say you sound absolutely lovely. Are you a single lady?
Are you asking me for money? I think I learned my lesson.
I want to know if I could take you down to the local Piccadilly cafeteria. It's right off of Flippy Fart Lane, and maybe me and you can share some tater tots. Maybe a Lucky Strike afterwards. What do you say, Peggy?
It sounds like a scam to me.
No.
So, Don, are you hitting on Aunt Peggy?
Yes. I think maybe me and you can do the funky chicken together, huh? What do you say? You could be my sweet Georgia Brown.
Oh, I would love that.
Is that a yes?
Peggy, are you currently dating anybody?
I am not dating, and I'm not looking either.
Oh, so wait a minute. You're going to say no to... Don is asking you out. You're going to say no?
No, Peggy.
Tell him thank you very much, but no thank you.
Peggy, are you serious? Really?
I am very serious.
Son of a bitch! No!
Have a wonderful day.
No! 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 How about now? Still no?
All right, Froggy, come on back into the studio.
Oh,
Froggy.
All right, Froggy, come on back in. Hang up.
Listen, she listens to the show, Froggy. She knows about Don Stanley.
As soon as I heard his voice, I knew him.
All right. Hey, Aunt Peggy, great to have you on and a great story. I'm glad you were able to really educate everyone on a new elaborate scam out there. Wow.
Yep.
All right,
Thank
Peggy.
you so much for having me. Have a wonderful day.
You too, Aunt Peggy.
Almost had
Bye-bye.
a love connection there.
What time?
Oh, man.
What time is bingo?
Bye, Peggy. My little sweet Georgia Brown.
So where does?
Yeah.
Were you,
All
were you
right.
playing that off your phone?
Absolutely. I also want to give the effect that I'm listening to Old Zenith.
Yeah, she lives over like in Del Boca Vista over in Seminole or something.
Oh, she lives right here in the market. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. What a scam!
Poor thing.
But if that package had been picked up by FedEx,
It'd have been gone.
she could have kissed that $5,000 goodbye.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh my God, that is unbelievable.
I'm glad the old bird figured it out in time.